Meta stock hit new all-time highs today, hitting highs of $6.13 per share. What's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions, and let's go ahead and quickly talk about it. A lot of people are asking the question, believe it or not, if now is a good time to invest in Meta. After going from $87 per share to highs of $6.14. And again, we're talking about this move in about really like a year and 2 months. Is what it experienced to capture a, 552% ROI. It currently sits at a $1.55 trillion market cap. You might be asking the question, oh man, why did it begin to skyrocket? It must be new developments in its software, something like that. Nope, Meta hits buy point according to this article, and this doesn't surprise me why then a lot of beginners are asking the question if they should buy Meta because of articles just like this. It says Meta hits buy point and new highs, leaving stock poised to extend a 73% run. And sure, in the short term, can it gain a little bit more as the hype is still present? Of course. Long term, if you're buying to invest in Meta and you're choosing to buy at $600 per share, just in my personal opinion, I think you're an absolute buffoon, right? When you actually look into what caused the stock price to go up, again, it was no new advancements or developments of the company. The stock started to climb after Meta Platform's CEO Mark Zuckerberg met with President-elect Donald Trump on November 27th at Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. That's it. Because of that. And don't get me wrong, it's good news, right? Because supposedly Trump didn't have the best, I would say, relationship with Mark Zuckerberg, and that concerns some Meta, investors. But okay, it rallied up. What have we understood? Anytime a stock pumps up, when the catalyst itself is short-lived, is that just as quick as it rallies, it will tip on over. So that's even just in the short term. I think that Meta, again, if this momentum continues, sure, it could hit 617 again, 620 per share. That shouldn't really be the question. It's, does it offer more on the upside or does it offer more on the downside? In the sense of, would I short this stock right now? Heck no. It's incredibly bullish. And even if it does pull on back, it has a strong ascending uptrend pattern. It just wouldn't meet my criteria to short. But to buy it now as a long-term play, I think is really putting yourself in a tough position. Because if markets long-term do begin to tip on over and we pull on back, break below the moving average and begin to retrace, as Meta has done this many times in the past before, buying at all-time highs to then tolerate the downside, wait for the recovery and the roller coaster of emotions, this is why it doesn't make sense to buy at all-time highs as a long-term play. In the short term, sure, direction, is in your favor, the trend is your friend, and current market sentiment is in your favor. Great. But make sure that you have your intentions in mind, right? That if you think that, okay, well, I want to hold this for a number of years. Well, do you really think that in those years that you're going to be holding it, there's not going to be any retracement? And this wasn't just any retracement, just like we saw back in 2022 from overall highs to the pullback, that was a 71% drop. Meta went through some crap during that time. And again, I like to show the bigger picture because a different time frame and a larger time frame can give you different perspectives of when to not be afraid to go into a trade, but when to understand that pullbacks are inevitable. They're always bound to happen. So I wanted to quickly talk about that. With that being said, also a stock that has been running other than from today was SMCI. It gapped up 28%, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday, and it was up about 8 to 10% during today's pre-market session. It peaked, and again, we were talking about this. Look at this on the 1 hour time frame. Extremely overbought, and if you look at the most recent pattern, I'm not saying that it has to sell off, but there's been a consistent descending pattern. Don't get me wrong, SMCI has been working supposedly with its new CFO to get its accounting issues figured out. And if that's the case, then we could see more upside for SMCI. But if that negative news continues to come out and more selling pressure follows, This is why I'm paying attention to it, because if we do get that break below that EMA line, there's huge downside, over 50%, and I would love to short the living shit out of SMCI. Again, just my 2 cents. And also wanted to make sure that I updated you on my MSTR position, which again, today was not a home run, but right around $2,000 on the day is where I ended up closing. Not a huge home run, but still an overall success following my $10,000 day shorting MSTR yesterday. And again, I recap all of my trades every single day, and I trade live every single day. I don't do call outs. I don't do it so you copy me, but I learn best by watching other people do. And if you're a beginner trying to get into this market, I really think that my live trading sessions can be of value for you. If you want to tune on in right now with our current sale, it breaks down for just as little as $1 a day. It's the second link in the description down below. And if you sign up, you can watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow. Please make sure that you watch the first 3 videos in the lesson library that will explain to you exactly how to access the LPP Discord chat and how to access our daily live trading sessions. We go live right at market open, so I hope to see you there. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.